Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is something a little bit different. It's going to be called the Test of Time tag, or Beauty Test of Time. And it's a tag video because basically I feel like it's the kind of video that I want to know what is going to be in everyone else's video like this. So a little request before I start: if you have any products that you think have stood the test of time in your makeup bag and you've used for years and years and years, let us know in the comments below. This video is also in collaboration with Collection, who I'm working with throughout the whole of 2017. You guys will know that if you watch my videos a lot. And to celebrate, I thought this would be a really cool video to make because it's actually their 30th birthday this year. To celebrate that, they're actually hiring out a really cool bus and going all around the UK, and basically members of the public can hop on, you can get your makeup done, there's photo booths, you can check out the makeup, you can eat some birthday snacks. So if you want to know more about that, it's happening all the way through September. So I'll put a link below where you guys can check that out. But yeah, without further ado, I'm going to start off with beauty products that have stood the test of time in my makeup bag. As I said before, this video is sponsored by Collection, so I'm going to start with the 3 products from them that I have used non-stop since I got them, or have remained in my like general makeup circulation since I got them. The first one's going to be no surprise to you guys because I feel like I've been talking about this for a long time. It's their Lasting Perfection Concealer. This stuff is amazing. As you can tell, mine is very well loved. This is the most battered tube ever. I think I have a new tube downstairs. I might actually get that for the close-up because this one, yeah, this one has seen some action. It's basically in my handbag all the time. Super high coverage. If you haven't heard me talk about it before, it's really high coverage, but it doesn't look cakey. It stays on all day. It's just basically like the perfect kind of do-it-all concealer. It's probably better for spots and kind of blemishes and redness and stuff, but I actually use it under my eyes as well. And because it isn't that like cakey finish, it looks fine under your eyes. It looks perfect. And yeah, it's just basically one of my all-time fave concealers, and it's really affordable. It's like £4. I think it's £4.19. But yeah, awesome. That's one thing that stayed in my makeup bag ever since I first used it. The other thing is a little bit newer. It's the Velvet Kiss Moisturizing Lip Cream in Caramel 2. So these came out a couple of years ago now, and ever since I first used this, I just absolutely fell in love with it for a few different reasons. For a start, it's like a matte lip colour, but it isn't drying at all. It's really comfortable to wear. It smells delicious. They smell like vanilla-y cake, yummy, just general yumminess. The colour is like almost perfect. It's actually not what I'm wearing today, but it's very similar to what I'm wearing today. You can tell I go for this kind of colour a lot. And it is £2.99, so basically winning, and it has stayed in my kind of like favourite, probably like favourite 10 lipsticks throughout ever since I first used it, and I just always go back to it. And then the last thing are the Eyes Uncovered palettes, and I've actually got 3 of these because although they all stay in my collection, I change which one I use, and my favourite one is actually the newest one. But in general, these palettes are amazing quality and value for money. So they have the nude palette, which was my first obsession. That's been in my general rotation, but then in the last couple of years, they've launched the nude rose one, which is like the shimmery rose one, and the matte nude rose. And the matte nude rose is actually my favourite. So this is like snuck in, even though it's fairly new. I think it came out this year. It's been my like go-to palette. You guys will have heard me speak about it a lot because it's just all beautiful, matte, kind of rosy, neutral tones. So flattering, so affordable, and just, yeah, amazing. So they are my 3 favourites from Collection. Moving on to other stuff that stood the test of time in my makeup bag. First of all, I'm going to go to tools. I don't know why, I just felt like it. Beauty blenders. These are amazing. I sometimes go away from them and go to brushes, and then I come back and I'm like, why? Why did I leave you for 2 months unused? Because you are amazing. You have to wet them though. This is one thing I always have a conversation about beauty blenders. If you first get a beauty blender and you try and use it wet, you can try and use it dry, just like as it comes, it's gonna be rubbish. Don't do it. But they are expensive. They are worth it, in my opinion. Absolutely love those. And then I've got a few brushes that have seriously stood the test of time. The first, I've just got 2, but I've actually got maybe 5 or 6 of these, are the Hakuhodo brushes. Hakuhodo is a fairly small like Japanese brush brand. I actually bought these when I was at IMATS probably 5 years ago. I usually only bought 1 or 2 every time I went because they are super expensive. The bigger ones can be like £60 or whatever, but they do last an exceptional amount of time. They don't shed, they keep their shape. They are the softest brushes ever. They're just so well made, and they are just amazing quality, and they are still going strong. These are still my most used brushes. I have so many different brushes, and I always go back to my Hakuhodo ones. They are brilliant. And then another brush that has stood the test of time in my makeup bag is the Makeup Forever. This is the 140 brush, and this is supposed to be a blush brush, but this is my go-to brush for highlighting, because I find this is the perfect size, the perfect shape, gets like the perfect application of highlighter. I absolutely love it. I basically haven't used anything else for highlighter since I got this brush. I think maybe like 3 years ago I got this, and I adore it. I absolutely love it. Talking of highlighters and kind of powders in general, the Hourglass powders and blushes and bronzers. I've done a whole video on Hourglass quite recently, so if you want to know more about that and which ones I love, go and check that out. But in general, these products are something that I buy and they stay in my makeup bag and on the general rotation the whole time, because they are just such good quality products. Again, Hourglass is pricey, but so worth it if you're looking for an amazing bronzer. Look no further. Two things from YSL which are going to come as no surprise to any of you, because I've spoken about them right since the beginning of my YouTube time. The YSL Effect Fossil Mascara, Classic, Cult, and the YSL Touche Eclat. These really are as good as everyone says, as the hype makes up. I love these. They will never not be favourites, because they're just awesome, awesome products. Yeah, I don't even really need to talk any more about them because they're just so, so good. Another thing that's actually stood the test of time in my makeup bag, but is a limited edition and it really annoys me, is this little palette from NARS. This is the And God Created the Woman palette. It's a few years old now, but I still, every time I travel, I want to take this with me because it's just perfect. It's only got 6 shades, but it has like the dark brown matte and the dark like black almost matte. It has a little shimmer to it. And then it's got these 2 really pretty like shimmery lid colours. It's got a matte kind of grey brown and then a slightly shimmery like chocolate brown. I just feel like it's a do-it-all palette. Like if you want one tiny little palette for your makeup bag, it's so good. I don't want to talk about it in videos because I know it annoys people because you can't buy it anymore, but it's just really good and I really love it. It's one of my favourites. Another thing that is always in my makeup bag are the MAC Blot Film blotting sheets. I've tried like every kind of blotting sheet. I've tried loads of different ones. And these are the only ones that I really, really love. Yes, they're MAC ones. You don't need to spend as much if you want a basic blotting sheet, but these are genuinely better than the cheap ones. I really love them. Another thing, this is, again will come as no surprise if you've been watching me for a while, is my all-time favourite foundation. Remains my all-time favourite, is the Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua. I come back to using this every single time. It's not always my favourite foundation, like month to month. I'm always trying new things. Otherwise my YouTube videos would be very boring if all I ever spoke about was this. But it still is my favourite and it's like will always be in my makeup bag. I love, love, love this stuff. It's so good. The amount of people I think I've converted to use it is outrageous, like in my personal life. Like I basically convince everybody to buy it. But yeah, if you've never tried that foundation, you do need it in your life. Another thing that I love, but don't use all the time, but for some reason I always come back to it, is the ByTerry Hyaluronic Hydra Primer. They actually reformulated this and kind of changed it a little bit, but I still absolutely love this one. And I first got one 5 or 6 years ago and I always come back to it. It's my favourite primer, love it. So, so nice. Always come back to that one. Again, another cult classic, Urban Decay Primer Potion. I don't actually use eye primers that much anymore, but when I do, it will always be this one. It's my favourite. And I've used that again for probably 8 or 9 years. So, so good. Slightly newer release, but one that's been in my kind of stash and on my kind of go-to list for the whole time it's been out, is the Lancome Grandiose liner. This is the one that clicks and kind of bends. I really love this, and I think a lot of people don't. I don't know, I've heard mixed reviews on it, but I absolutely love it. I'm wearing this today actually a little bit. It's just so different to any other liquid liner. For a start, the applicator is like a spongy tip and it's really flexible. So it's just really different and it dries almost instantly, so it doesn't transfer onto your lids if you've got hooded lids. I really just 100% rate this, and even though I think it came out last year, it's just basically been in my eyeliner kind of drawer ever since then, and I always reach for it. And then another favourite, the last makeup favourite, I've got one perfume at the end as well, is the Clarins Instant Light Natural Lip Perfector. Not any particular colour, although this is number 6, which I think is my favourite, but I like them all. These are the most amazing tinted lip balm / glosses ever. They taste, smell, feel, look gorgeous, and I just still reach for them, even though I've got my first one years ago, and yeah, they're so nice. And then last but not least, the perfume that stood the test of time is Jo Malone's Dark Amber and Ginger Lily. I first discovered this when it first came out, which I'm trying to think when it would be, probably around 6 years ago, and I've loved it ever since. It just smells so lovely. I don't actually like a lot of their Cologne Intense versions, which is probably a good thing because they're more expensive than the original ones, which are already expensive. So they are quite pricey, but this is the one that I absolutely love it. It's so nice, and it's really not, a lot of the Cologne Intenses I think are like too strong, whereas this one, to me, it smells like summer. I absolutely love it. So yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. A massive thank you to Collection for sponsoring this video and for partnering with me for the whole of this year. As you guys know, I love working with them. They're one of my favourite brands. I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of new, different kind of format of video. If you do have any favourites, like I said in the beginning, let me know in the comments, because it's just the best thing ever to know other people's, because generally if something stands the test of time, it's going to be really, really good. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.